So while we are waiting on them, let's go ahead and get started on some talking points. So we have got first of all, this is going to be the biggest turnout for Backyard MX that we have had yet. We have had to host a different set of signups and specifically ask which people are going to be participating because we have more people in each class than there are gates on the track. So thank you to everybody who is participating. Thank you to everybody who is helping support the Backyard MX series, and good luck to all the riders. First of all, let's get started on the keys of the moto and take some time to talk about the track while we're waiting on people to join. So as cliche as it sounds, good start is my number one key to the moto here for Paleta. Mainly because this start area here, this 90-degree left turn, is just gonna ruin the race for some people, I think. So the main focus is going to be getting out of this clean. I talked to somebody earlier and they were asking what I suggested or what my thoughts were on the start. And to be honest with you, you have two options here. You can try to check out and get the whole shot, which usually about halfway down the start straight, you know if you're going to be in a good position to go for it. The other thing you can do is just try to let the chaos ensue and move past it. And if you're going to do that, then it needs to be done on the left side of the track here. You want to start as far left as you possibly can, move along the banners here on the start straight, slow up, let the chaos happen, and just navigate yourself around these track markers here and ride up to the jump. Because even if you go on the far right side of the track and you attempt to miss all of the crashes that are going to inevitably happen right here, what's going to happen is you're going to be stuck trying to move through all of these down riders to get to this double here. So a good start is definitely going to be a key to this moto. Second thing is fences. So this is one of the tracks that has track markers that line the entire course. That's number one. Number two is they have collisions enabled. So if you hit these fences, you go off the bike. If you get stuck for some reason in between these fences, you are trapped unless you can find some way to maybe pop the bike back over into the lane. You're going to have to full reset. So these fences are going to be a killer as well. If you're in a position where you are going down, you want to try to stay away from them. But at all costs, you want to try to avoid going over them. And the last thing that I have here for keys to the moto is focus. And I know that sounds silly. Obviously, you want to focus during a 20-minute moto for any sort of series that you're running in. But the thing is that Paleta doesn't have a whole lot to offer visually. It is a good-looking track. The mountain ranges are something that I like a lot personally. But for a 20-minute plus 2 moto, if any of you are familiar with the term highway hypnosis, I feel like that's going to set in on a lot of riders. So something to grab your awareness, something to keep your motivation up and keep you focused in the battle and in the race for 20 minutes plus 2 laps is going to be necessary here, especially if you've spent a lot of time putting laps on Paleta to get ready for tonight, because eventually, during such a long moto, you can start to kind of get relaxed, get settled in, start to lose that hyper focus that you have when the gate drops, and that can sometimes lead to poor performance. So, good start. Watch out for these fences and make sure you are staying focused. And I'd also like to mention that for the C-Class stream tonight, we will be joined by Mojo. If you're not subbed to him or following him on Twitch, be sure to do so, twitch.tv/mojo_. He will be riding in the B class, so I will be joined by another set of commentators to assist me with the B class race, and we will get to meet them later tonight. All right, let me check in here with Mimi's and make sure we are good to go. We still have a few minutes left. Paradox is coming, says one shot. That's very good to know. Paradox
I was a
has
little
connected. Okay.
nervous that the keyboard warrior wouldn't be here.
The keyboard warrior never misses a race. All right, so that leaves Mike with Factory Goon and McQueen with PCH Racing. Are either of those people here? I don't see S. McQueen here, and I don't see. This is not the Mike we're looking for. I don't see Mike either. So just a couple more minutes here. Let me reach out to him on Discord. And I don't have Mike's. I don't have Mike's Discord. If anybody knows where Mike is, let's talk to him. Let's figure out, because I don't want to drop the gate without him, but we've got a schedule to hit. So Beak said there's dollar martinis at Gapplebee's. Who's gonna take the squad to Gapplebee's tonight in the C class? This is C class Emerald. Also, while we have a moment, I will thank you to Scooter, Gwez, and Resolute Kraken with the follow. You know it's popping off when Resolute Kraken with the follow. Thank you guys. I appreciate that so much. All right. Paradox is in. We might have to start here without McQueen and Mike. 1 minute left. If there's anybody in chat who knows where McQueen or Mike are, tell me now, because the gates are about to drop. Okay, Paradox is still syncing, it sounds like. Yeah, let's take a look. We mentioned that Paradox was our quote-unquote keyboard warrior. So Paradox does actually play this game with a keyboard. Where's his bike? Is his bike in the pits here? Paradox, Paradox, Paradox. I don't think... Oh, yeah, here we go. Paradox has his own special custom CRF 250 here. The keyboard warrior. A little WASD action going on in the handguards. We like to say that he broke his handlebars and had to switch to an unconventional method of controlling. So shout out to the keyboard warrior Paradox. Actually, a lot of really good looking bikes in the pits. Exclamation point Factory Goon in the chat if you're interested in any of the Factory Goon motorcycles. Here's a look at the Factory Goon, official Factory Goon Honda. Somewhere on the track might be one of the Mountain Dew Voltage Hondas. We've also got, let's see, is anybody running the official Backyard MX skin? Here we go. Take a look at the official Backyard MX Honda. All of these are available on the MXB Mods website. And thank you to One Shot for creating them, taking the time to dress us out and make us look good. Alright, little server freeze here, so someone's probably joining. So we've got Emerald coming in. I don't know Felipe. We may have to... We did have signups here, so... I know there are a lot of people in the Backyard MX Discord who have capabilities to the C-Class password, but we had to host signups, so... Alright, we do have an extra spot, however, since McQueen is not here, so Emerald, yes, as soon as Paradox is in, we are going to start. Paradox is slow. Yeah, poor Paradox, man. Holding the line up. And just a reminder to everybody who is joined us in chat, this is race number 1 for the C class. We will be having a second race, which is our B class, which should also have an equally packed turnout. And then we will cap off the night with our fastest class, our A class riders. And this will complete round 6 of Backyard MX. If anybody is interested in joining Backyard MX for future races, you can do so at the Discord link there. There's also a little bit of some detail about the series. We aim to be a series that anyone can compete in, hosting or categorizing riders by skill level rather than bike size. So as the series grows, we may end up needing to add more classes. Right now we're doing pretty well with an A, B, C class. We started with only one class at round 1, escalated to 2 classes in the future rounds, and now we have had to go to 3 classes because tonight we have just under 60 people signed up for Backyard MX. So, all right, looks like we are on the gate and ready to go. Mojo, are you with us?
I am with you. Sorry, I was talking too, and I was my microphone. The intern forgot to plug it in.
This is hands down the biggest turnout that we have had at Backyard MX, especially for the C class. So, all right, we are going to get this gate dropped at any moment and get the show on the road. So again, thank you all for being here. Let's come down here to our hole shot and get ready.
Oh, and the gates stayed
like
up.
we might have
They had
had
to
something.
restart the gate.
Yeah, let's check what occurred here. We do allow for restarts if there are jump starts, because that's just the name of the game. And we did have a jump start here. So Mimi's backed out to restart it for us, so much appreciated. Yes, we do allow for one jump start, or I'm sorry, one restart if there are jump starts.
What
Unfortunately,
happened? Gate
sometimes
didn't go
jump
down?
starts can only be fixed by reconnecting, so yeah. All right. Looks like we have Paradox here. Finally, Paradox joins us. Paradox is currently sitting in third place, I believe, in the C-class points with 64 points. And we'll talk more about him as the moto goes on. For now, here we go. The gate is down. Let's see who gets the
here
whole
comes
shot.
the carnage, and
Here comes the carnage. Let's see,
they're at the
331.
Oh, and they're down. Now Lounge
Actually,
lead.
take a moment and make sure my names are showing up in game.
Mims is in third. Now he's down. Put Scooter. I'm just holding it up right now.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Always forget to do that.
Got a new leader, Scooter.
Scooter is in the lead, followed by Essence in second, it would appear.
Oh, Scooter's swapping, and Essence is gonna make a move.
Essence goes for the inside, Scooter on the outside. We talked about that line earlier and how we didn't think outsides were faster, but sometimes you do have to split lane. Got Gwez in third here for the PCH Racing, followed by Emerald in fourth. Emerald was a last-minute join. And Emerald goes down.
A person I saw in practice going pretty quick today was Johnson, 5 on Factory Goon.
Yeah, Johnson has put in a lot of work to make sure that he does well here in the C-Class tonight. Let's take it back up here to our battle for a bit. It's still a pretty close one. Essence has not yet checked out. Ooh, but he might be about to. Scooter goes down with Gwez. They get caught up in the corner. This has given Felipe time to catch up. Felipe and Gwez almost get into it. A little bit of a tricky corner rounding out the lap here. So we end the first lap with Essence in first, Felipe in second, Gwez in third, Scooter in fourth. Ooh, Scooter almost goes down, keeps it up, but takes Mimi's out in the process. Mimi tries to go past him in the rollers and ends up running over the bike. Johnson capitalizes on a lot.
There's 3 wide in that corner.
Yeah. Man. Johnson capitalized on that error and took the position away. So Emerald has started check out and give himself Essence, I apologize. Check out and give himself a bit of a lead. Still have Felipe in... No, Gwez is in second. Felipe has fallen back to third now. And we have Johnson in fourth. Rippin with Factory Goon in fifth.
Felipe just went over the berm and he's stuck in the fence, just like he said. You gotta watch out for those fences.
Felipe stuck in the fence. Yeah, the fences are going to be killer here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stick on with Johnson here for a moment. Go back actually to Rippin. These auto cameras are nice, I tell you, but you know the drone camera just allows me to get a much bigger radius of action on the track. Let's see, where is Paradox sitting? Paradox is currently sitting in fifth. Oh, Essence went down at the start here. Why is the camera not picking up Paradox? Here we go with Paradox. Okay. Well, oh, and the spectator curse. Dang. Bad luck for Paradox. So once again, we were discussing earlier, Paradox has been with us since round one of Backyard MX. He didn't have the greatest turnout in round three at Washington, but he certainly improved his finishing positions at round four at Unadilla, and then round five last week at Dorno. So when Paradox crossed the finish line there, it looks like he is maybe in seventh, but he went down, so that's going to push him further back. I'm not sure. And he goes down again, man. Maybe we just need to find somebody else to spectate because we
Uh,
are upsetting
JJ and Anthony are battling neck and neck right now.
JJ and
Ooh.
Anthony. Where at on the track?
They're going to the first whoops. The over the tabletop before the step up. Sorry.
Thank you. Anthony is not populating for some reason for me. Let's see if he pops up soon. JJ's over the tabletop. We do have a battle going on here behind him, though, between Kenny and Felipe. Paradox might be our only rider in the C class that I currently have a rider profile set up for. We had a lot of people from the C class move up to the B class last week, and then some more even moved up tonight to make room for some new C class riders. So yeah, Anthony has fallen back here and is currently in a battle with Mimi's for, we'll just keep this up for now, probably 12th, maybe. We'll have to wait for timing and scoring to update, but oh, and Anthony goes down as they come over the roller. Let's see here, rounding out the lap, we still have Kenny and Felipe battling. This is the battle for fourth place here. So fourth place, Kenny and Felipe are battling. Kenny takes the inside, Felipe goes out. Felipe might be able to get the run in the whoops. Doesn't matter. Kenny goes down in the whoops. JJ takes the position from him. Mimi's takes the position from Kenny. So anything can happen here on this track. I mean, it's a fairly simple track, but still, mistakes are mistakes, and they can happen anywhere, especially in a game like MX Bikes. You get a little bit squirrely. If you don't correct yourself properly, then you end up going down no matter what. So Felipe was in second, and then as Mojo mentioned, he ended up getting stuck in the fence. Looks like he full resetted, and that's how he's fallen back here to about fifth. So Kenny has moved his way back up and is still battling with Mimi's here for probably the sixth place position. Much love here to Mimi's as well for really being the original creator of the Backyard MX series. The Factory Goon Discord and the Factory Goon riding community wanted to partner with Mimi to grow the Backyard MX series, and 6 rounds later, here we are. So really all of the effort for creating a series for amateur riders intended to give everybody a chance to compete competitively goes to Mimi here. This was all his idea and his creation, as well as some of the other mods that we have in the server. I believe Dustin here, number 157 in 11th place, is a co-creator of Backyard.
Well, Felipe just did the back flip in the whoops. No,
Felipe goes down in the whoops, gives Mimi's a chance to pass. MIRB has also caught up. MIRB started out in last place at Unadilla, and here we see him mid-pack. So I think his skill level has improved in about the past week or so since he started riding here. So just goes to show you, I mean, yeah, it could be the track. Oh, and he goes down in the roller corner. I'm sorry. All right, let's take a look here at Felipe trying to catch up to Mimi's for a moment. I'll try to keep eyes on both of these battles here between JJ, Kenny, and Felipe and Mimi. So still pretty close. Mimi's cuts tight on the inside as expected, and Felipe does the same, probably trying to pass on the inside and tucks the front tire. That gives Anthony the chance to pass. Let's catch back up here to what's happening between JJ and Kenny. Kenny, a part of the CC Kawasaki racing team. The CC racing team in general has quite a few riders spread across our A, B, and C class, so they've been a big help in growing our series as well. We'll get a chance to watch and talk to or talk about more of the CC racing riders later. JJ has been with us since round 1 and is definitely improving on his capabilities. So crossing the finish line here, let's see where JJ sits. Still in 4th. still in 4th. JJ hasn't had the best of luck throughout the Backyard MX series, but he's trying to turn that around right here tonight at Paleta. Okay, a pretty tight race here for 7th place between Beak and the CC Suzuki rider. Number 157 is following up behind them, so we have a three-way battle here. Let's keep eyes on it for a moment. Anything happening at the front of the pack, Mojo, that you can see? Oh goodness.
No, Essence is checked out.
Guys, I'm like blind to my other monitor, so if I leave a rider overlay up, just like I don't know.
It is up.
Yeah, I just put it down. I apologize for that.
I think Essence needs to be promoted to B class.
Essence did pretty well at Dorno. If he's doing well here tonight, then more power to him. We are still calibrating the series, so we might see some riders who are currently in C class that move up to B, but that's just the name of the
got
game.
a little swirly there.
Yeah.
It got Beak ahead.
Yeah, Beak
But
takes
Uranus
advantage.
is coming. He's coming fast.
Uranus is definitely behind Beak. Alright, so let's keep an eye on here. Beak getting steezy over this big double here. Alright, this roller can sometimes be sketchy. People try to hit the roller and go for the inside, end up washing just like that. Okay, so we still have a battle here between Beak and Dustin, number 157. Let's take a look at where we end up. Oh, we get Squirrely coming across the start straight and almost goes down, but manages to keep it up. So Beak maintains the 7th place position. Let's fall back here and watch the battle here. Felipe has gone really far back to 9th place through just a series of unfortunate events, and he is trying to battle his way back up to the front. So we have a battle here between Anthony and, how would you pronounce this, Mojo? Luge?
I'm really good at pronouncing names, so I'd go with Luge.
Just call him LO. How about that? So Anthony gets squirrely coming off the scrubber. Felipe goes down in the corner.
Ooh.
LO has
Kenny
all of the room he needs to just continue on a comfortable lap. We are more than halfway done here with this race at Paleta with 9 minutes left in the moto.
And what does halfway through the moto mean?
Halfway through the moto is a reminder that you can join the Factory Goon Discord, !Factory Goon in the chat for 0% off of Doritos and Mountain Dew at your local gas station.
What a great deal.
What a great deal. It's almost as if we're paying
JJ's
him.
down and he's stuck in the fence on the side of the track. People are passing him. He needs to get back on the track quick. That makes Kenny and Luge, LO, catch up with JJ.
JJ has at least fallen back here to 11th, if timing and scoring is correct. No, sorry, probably 7th here. Let's see when he crosses. Yep, 7th place. Alright, let's take a look at this battle here between Mimi's and Beak.
Glad Mimi's didn't jumpstart the gate this time.
I know, he's had a really bad luck with that throughout this series. Oh, and Mimi's goes down.
Uranus gets by.
Yes, he does. There's some bad luck here for Bayrots with Black Diamond Racing. Gets a little squirrely in the corner. I'm going to keep timing and scoring up so I can kind of have an eyeball on some of the closer battles that we might be having here. It looks like we could have a battle between Kenny and LO. There's just so many riders here in this lane. I kind of just want to hang out and see what happens here. Mimi's goes on the outside, LO on the inside, eats it hard. Kenny catches up. That gives Anthony and Felipe enough time to catch up, and now that entire lane has compressed. Kenny goes down. Anthony almost goes down. Guys, Paleta is a slippery track, especially with this jump here. Riders feel like they can just hit this wide open and scrub it over the top and bounce as soon as they land, just like that. You have to be very precise coming over this jump, because then you have to set yourself up well for this roller. You end up launching off this roller, and if you do so sideways, it doesn't turn out well either. It's a very tricky section of the track. Felipe and LO in a battle for, could be 7th. Yeah, Essence has checked out. 30 seconds up on Rippin. Shout out to Rippin. He's a relatively new member of the Factory Goon community as well, and he is holding it down in 2nd place with Johnson. guys, I don't want to distract too much from the race, but exclamation point Factory Goon, we are a riding community. It's not necessarily, you know, a quote-unquote try-hard race team. We just aim to give everybody a place to hang out, learn MX bikes. All the questions a new player might have can be answered with the Factory Goon racing community. So Emerald goes down. That gives Paradox a chance to pass. Paradox is in what looks to be 13th. So
right.
I think we've probably still got a good battle here. Let's see, Beak is in 4th.
I just want to point out that Johnson is technically in second place, but I think he might have cuts, and that's what's making Rippin.
Gotcha. Yeah, they were close at the end. Timing and scoring showed Johnson in second for just a moment there, and now Rippin is back in second. So Elo goes down in the exact spot I mentioned earlier, as well as Mimi's. Man, riders are just bouncing all over the place here. I think this is really probably the thickest of the battles that we have. And Elo almost goes down. Mimi's does go down, so we have 5 minutes left in the moto as we're crossing the finish line here between Elo and Anthony. This is the battle for 8th place. Rippin and Johnson, how far back are the cuts that Johnson has? Let's try to get eyes on him here. We've got a lot of people in the server tonight. Sometimes the auto camera just has a hard time catching up.
Paradox and can't read his name. He's going so fast. Goose. They're battling right now.
So yeah, the battle between Paradox and GU here for probably 13th place. He goes down though, gives the position away to Paradox. So Paradox should be sitting in about 13th now. This battle here, though, between Rippin and JJ, I can't tell. I think maybe Rippin is lapping JJ. I'm not sure. It shows JJ 1 lap down, but I hope nothing happened and he received some kind of cut because he was in 4th earlier. I find it hard to believe that he might have fallen all the way back to, I think 15th is what it says. But so Rippin is currently in 2nd place. Or 3rd place physically, 2nd place according to timing, because here is Johnson. Like Mojo said towards the beginning of the race here earlier, Johnson has put in a lot of time this week on Paleta, making sure that he was ready for the C-Class. You know, in any kind of race series where you allow people in, not based off of qualifying time, simply based off of series capacity, and you put them into a group based on their skill level, you're going to have differing results per track. Somebody could be, you know, an A-class rider at Paleta, and then the next round we go do Lommel and they're a C-class rider. So you don't want to keep bouncing them back and forth between classes. So you have riders here like Johnson and Essence who for the most part might not necessarily be able to keep up with our A-class. Perhaps they can do, you know, quite a bit better than most of our C-class. Our C-class should be the most beginner class that we have. But you can't hold it against them for recognizing that this is the night that they need to put up or shut up, and they have spent all the time since the last round practicing for this track. Not to mention Paleta is just a pretty common track, somewhat of a beginner track, and so it doesn't take a whole lot to learn, and you can spend most of your time just fine-tuning. So I think
Paradox is down at the top of the step up.
I saw that just out of the corner of my eye. Paradox went down. So it looks like Anthony has caught Paradox. Oh, Johnson went down and gets completely destroyed by Paradox coming up the ramp. And that gives Rippin the chance to catch up. We have got just a pack here coming through. So this is going to be the drama. With a minute and a half left, Ripon has completely caught Johnson. Now Johnson has cuts, I believe. We talked about this, so that's going to be problematic for him. If Ripon doesn't have cuts, and even if he finishes close behind Johnson, then he's going to end up taking the second place here tonight. And they are coming into a lot of lap traffic, so this just keeps getting better for Ripon.
Novo Paradox collided in the whoops. Man, they've lapped up to 5th place. Ripon's just trying to get through traffic. Oh, but he's pretty close to Johnson. And he
is hot on Johnson right now, with literally under a minute, but before the 20 minutes is up. So within the rest of this lap, it should be within this lap, we will simply be waiting for Essence to catch the white flag. I mean, he's not going to get it now, but the 20 minutes is going to be up. So between Ripon and Johnson here, Ripon got the lucky scratch off at the gas station, and not only did he get Johnson to go down here and fully take the position away, but he got lucky with Johnson's misfortune earlier. I haven't said much about Navo here tonight. Navo's a pretty loyal member of our Factory Goon community. He's not necessarily representing Factory Goon on the track, but he hangs out with us a lot. Exclamation point AFK in the chat to bring up our commercial break playlist. Navo has contributed to that a few times by making some good MX Bikes content for us. So shout out to Navo tonight. He is currently, can't tell if he's in a battle with Anthony. It looks like he is. He sits in 11th according to timing and scoring, and Anthony goes down. Man, I don't like to talk about the commentator's curse too much because it's all just happenstance, of course, but I don't know, I'm starting to get superstitious. Every time I look at somebody on the track, they go down.
Box, there are one-shot and Snowborn asking me to go on Beak a bit.
Go on Beak. All right, let's take a look at Beak here. Has Beak taken the rest of the field from 5th back to Gapplebee's? Is Beak buying apple martinis for Kenny at Gapplebee's tonight? I think the answer to that question is yes. Let's see, who is next in the field behind him? Yo-Yo and Scooter? I don't know where Scooter is. Beak might have lapped them. If Beak is lapping anybody, like, much respect to Beak. He is a very new member to the Factory, or not a very new member to Factory Goon, but a new member to Backyard MX. He's practiced a lot. He's definitely come up a long way. I think he might have doubted his own abilities when he first joined Backyard MX. It's hard to kind of know where you fit in whenever things are grouped by skill, but he's quickly showing that he is not a rider to be messed with.
Yeah,
According to timing and scoring, he's in 4th place, and he's checked out of his battle with Kenny for sure.
We could have seen what he could have done last weekend, but it looked like he had a problem. He had to pull off to the side.
Yeah, we talked to his mechanics after the race, and there was some sort of problem with the motor. He might have blown a motor pushing it absolutely so hard that he had to pull off track and got himself a DNF, unfortunately. But what a trooper, he stayed on track, giving other riders motivation as they went by. He did not return to the pits and break anything in his trailer and cause his mechanic more work.
What a nice guy.
What a nice guy. Really, really kind of leading by example. Ooh, and Navo goes down. His bike almost just bounces across the whoops into Mike. All right, let's go back here and see something happen with Johnson. Timing and scoring puts him a minute down. So Ripon is in 2nd. Let's take a look at our leader here. Essence as he comes back across the finish line for the white flag. So the white flag is out for our leader here. It's not too often that we don't really see much of the leader in the race, but I want to keep the spectating, as interesting as possible. And Essence checked out early, so we'll probably be discussing moving up to a higher class in the future. But for right now, we're still calibrating and appreciate everyone's patience in this first series. Essence did pretty well at Dorno last week. He got a 4th place finish, but he still finished ahead of some people that were in terms of just raw speed faster than him, but sometimes that's the name of the game. He kept it up on 2 wheels and ended up beating some of our series points leaders in the C class. So tonight, he used everything that was given to him in his advantage and has checked out for the lead. Scooter had a good start. Don't know exactly what happened to him in the race, but let's see. So this is our second place rider right here, Ripon MX96. And in third place, we have Johnson, but again, I don't know what happened. Timing and scoring is putting Johnson a minute down. Maybe he caught a further string of bad luck before I switched the camera over to Beak, and he really did go down by a minute. I don't think that's a minute gap, though, so I feel like there's some error somewhere. Here's Ripon right here, and Johnson is going through these whoops. No way that's a minute gap. So Johnson's got cuts, I believe is what it is. I don't know where he's getting cuts. Maybe he went over the fence a few times. But that's just unfortunate.
In essence, just finished the race.
So the race is over. Checkered flag is out. Go ahead and stick with this battle here between Paradox and LO as we come through our last lap in the C class. Impus, if you are with us, go ahead and throw up the lobby for the B class.
Hey Fox, I'm gonna probably get ready for my race. I gotta gear up.
Head out. Wish Mojo luck, guys. He will be leaving the commentator booth, and heading down to the pits for his own race in the B class.
Good luck, Mojo.
Good luck, Mojo.
Server is up right now.
All right, I will send out the password and the Backyard MX B class announcements in just a moment. Oh my goodness! Tell me Elo didn't miss the checkered here and give it to Paradox because he crashed. It looks like he did. Finished in 11th place. Oh, so unfortunate. Something happened here right at the finish, and Elo ended up getting squirrely and going off the side. Didn't get counted for the finish line, and that puts Paradox in 10th place and Elo in 11th. So we will wait for all of our riders here to end their race. We will capture our C-Class race results, and then we will go to a quick commercial break before the B-Class moto. All right, so let's take a look here. For our top three, we have Essence in first, Ripon MX in second, and Johnson rounding out the podium here in third. So we have captured our results, and we will now be backing out to join the B-Class lobby.